A woman is dragging an old lady along when the old lady touches a female officer. The officer says, "What is your problem, ma'am? Why did you touch me?" Diana says, "I'm sorry, officer. I'm sure it was an accident, right, Grandma?" Just then, the old lady drinks some water and splashes it on the officer's face. The officer shouts, "Why did you do that to me?" The old lady replies, "I'm sorry, officer," then tries to say something more but can't speak. Diana quickly says, "I'm sorry, officer. Let's go, Grandma. The doctor's waiting for us," and takes the old woman away. Behind them, the officer says suspiciously, "Something seems fishy. I'll follow them." She starts following them. Diana takes the old woman into the forest. The old lady says, "What's wrong with you? What are you going to do?" Diana replies, "Calm down. We're just going to have a little fun. For a classy lady like you, I've made your stay extra comfortable. Sit there." The old woman sits down. Diana ties her hands and says, "Now you'll pay for everything you've done to me." Then Diana picks up a petrol can and starts pouring it around. Meanwhile, the officer girl is watching everything. She calls her colleague and says, "I need your help. A woman is being abused in Falco's Park. Get here fast." Back in the forest, Diana says, "Let me remind you. One day I was in my house watching something on my phone with my son when you came in, walked into our room, took off your necklace, and hid it under our bedsheet. Then you called the police and said, 'Officer, I've just been robbed. Please help.' I was in the bedroom with my son when you brought the police and said, 'This is the only room that hasn't been checked yet.' I asked, 'What's happening? Why are you entering my room like this?' The officer said, 'Madam's necklace is missing. We need to search the room.' The officer checked everything, but when he lifted the bedsheet, the necklace was found underneath. The old lady picked it up and said, 'If you like this necklace, you could have just asked. Why steal it?' 'Officer, arrest her.' Diana shouted, 'No, sir, I don't know how the necklace got there.' The officer said, 'Ma'am, anything you say can and will be used against you.' Then he arrested her. The little boy hugged his mother tightly as Diana cried and pleaded, 'Please don't do this to me.' The old lady said, 'The child is not to blame for your sins. Officer, take her away.' The officer took Diana away. A few days later in jail, the old woman visits Diana and says, 'I feel sorry for your condition.' Diana says, 'Madam, I beg you, please get me out of here. I want to see my son.' The old lady replies, 'I can get you out on one condition.' Diana asks, 'What condition?' The old woman says, 'Kneel and kiss my feet.' Diana says, 'Fine, I'll do it for my son.' She kisses the old woman's feet. The old woman laughs and says, 'This is how I wanted to see you, at my feet. But I have bad news for you. I'm not getting you out. Goodbye.' She walks away as Diana breaks into tears. 'Now you'll pay for all your sins and for all the pain you caused me.' Later, Diana prepares to set the fire, but the police arrive. The officer says, 'You are under arrest for attempted murder.' Diana says, 'But I didn't do anything.' The female officer says, 'You poured petrol and tried to set her on fire.' Diana says, 'But it's just water. I only wanted to make her speak the truth.' The officer checks the can and says, 'It does seem to be water.' Then the police arrest both of them. Sometime later in jail, the old woman cries and says, 'I don't want to stay here. I'm scared. Please, Diana, forgive me. You'll never understand the pain you cause someone until it happens to you. Remember, karma turns for everyone.' If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.